If someone in your life ever made you feel bad for being stuck in unhealed trauma from the past, and maybe they've made you feel like you haven't decided to move on, or you haven't let go, or you haven't forgiven, or you're living in the past, and they make you feel bad for that, they don't understand a traumatized nervous system. So I want to normalize what might be happening for you if you're struggling with unhealed trauma from the past. Here are 3 reasons why you cannot simply decide with your mind to let it go. So reason number 1 is because trauma isn't just the memory of what happened to you, but it's actually the physiological imprint that's left behind in your body and your nervous system. Peter Levine, who is the founder of the somatic experiencing program that I took, explains trauma as being the stuck energy that's left behind in the body. And that stuck energy comes from the fact that when something traumatic happens in your life that maybe is too fast, it's too much, or it's without support, then your body naturally wants to go into fight, flight, freeze, or fawn to protect itself. Because the nervous system gets overloaded, those trauma responses get short-circuited, and so they never complete their cycle. Well, all that energy to mobilize you into fight, flight, freeze, or fawn is still stuck in the body. And this isn't just a myth, it's measurable. For example, anyone that has unhealed trauma from the past will notice that they have tensions in their body, areas of tightness. They might feel like a cement block is on their chest. They breathe shallow. They have vagus nerve dysregulation, and even their hormones can be unbalanced. And so maybe you did move on. Maybe you did move out. Maybe you have let go of toxic people. But if your body has these tensions, then it's running defense programs in your subconscious mind, like hypervigilance, numbness, dissociation, collapse, avoidance. And when we're running those programs, we can't fully experience things like joy, trust, and connection. Number 2 is the fact that emotions take up space. So for example, I have my coffee here. If this cup is full of coffee and I decide I want to drink Kool-Aid, I can't just pour it on top of a full cup of coffee. It's going to overload and flood out. So when it comes to trauma, if my body, my container is full of things like fear, shame, guilt, abandonment, depression, anxiety, then there's no space for things like joy, passion, love, creativity, because the body is so busy managing threat. And so the 3rd reason is because healing requires completion instead of suppression. I know you probably just want to close the door on the trauma because it's affected so much of your life, but it's like closing the door on a fire. Just because you can't see it at the moment does not mean it's not burning things down. And so healing is about or discharging that stuck survival energy. And we do that in somatic experiencing. It's kind of like having 1 foot in the past while also maintaining 1 foot in the present. And as we help the body to work with that stuck survival energy, what happens is our nervous system naturally and organically shifts from defense to presence, and that's healing. And so what that feels like is increased vagal tone, so more parasympathetic regulation, reduced amygdala hyperactivity, so less fear, and greater prefrontal limbic integration, which allows you to be able to feel all and any emotion without getting flooded. So the takeaway is acting healed or trying to force yourself to seem healed without addressing the physiological imprint in your nervous system is going to lead you to either spiritual bypassing or emotional shutdown.